Hey there, I'm Amelia. I'm 28 and working my tail off at this fancy advertising firm in Chicago. I've been hustling my way up the corporate ladder for the past 3 years, and let me tell you, it's no joke. But hey, ambition takes grit, right? Amelia, you got those reports ready? That's Michael, my boss, always breathing down my neck. Just finishing up, Michael. They'll be on your desk in 10. I swear, that man's got it out for me. But I'm not backing down. I've got dreams, and I'm here to make them happen. Now, let me tell you about my real MVP, my twin sister, Olivia. We've been thick as thieves, through hell and back. What do you think about these centerpieces? Her voice crackles through the phone while I'm flipping through design mock-ups. The purple ones are gorgeous. Your wedding's going to be amazing, sis. Olivia and I, we're each other's rocks. After our parents' messy divorce, we could have drifted apart, but it only brought us closer. Now she's getting hitched, and I couldn't be prouder. Amelia, got a sec. That's James, my cubicle buddy, popping his head over the wall. Sure, what's up? Michael's on the warpath again, just a heads up. I roll my eyes, thanks for the warning. What's his issue this time? James shrugs. Who knows? Maybe the coffee machine looked at him funny. We share a laugh, but there's tension in the air. Michael's always been on my case like he sees me as some kind of threat. If he only knew how much I've already got on my plate. Later, I grab a quick lunch with Sarah from HR. She's one of the good ones. How are you holding that, Amelia? She asks, a concerned look on her face. I sigh, poking at my salad. Hanging in there. Michael's been, well, Michael. But I'm not letting him get to me. Sarah nods sympathetically. You know you can always come to me if things get out of hand, right? I know, and I really appreciate it. On my way home, my phone buzzes. It's Daniel, my F&K and personal cheerleader. Hey, babe. How was your day? I smile. Oh, you know, the usual corporate circus. How about you, Mr. Software Engineer? I solved a bug that's been haunting us for weeks. Small victories, right? That's my guy, saving the day one line of code at a time. We chat about dinner plans and Olivia's wedding. Daniel's been my rock through all this career craziness. Always there, always supportive. As I hang up, though, I can't shake the feeling that something's brewing at work. I'm Amelia Parker. I've survived divorced parents, cutthroat bosses, and bridezilla moments. But little did I know, a storm was coming that would test everything. My career, my relationships, and my integrity. That Monday morning, I walked into the office, still buzzing with wedding details from the weekend, completely unaware of what lay ahead. Parker, my office. Now. Michael's voice boomed across the floor. Sighing, I straightened my blazer and headed to his office. What's up, Michael? He didn't even look up. Sit down. We've got a situation. I perched on the edge of the chair, a knot already forming in my stomach. What kind of situation? Titanium Inc. wants a pitch 2 weeks from Saturday. My heart sank, but that's my sister's wedding. He finally looked at me, his gaze cold. You're doing the pitch? No, Michael, I can't. I'm the maid of honor. I have to be there. He leaned back, a smirk playing on his lips. Well, you have a choice to make, Parker, your sister's wedding or your job. Because if you're not here for that pitch, don't bother coming back on Monday. I felt like I'd been sucker punched. You can't be serious. That's not fair. Life isn't fair, Parker. Deal with it. I stormed out, my mind spinning. In the hallway, I bumped into James. Wow, Amelia, you look like you've seen a ghost. I pulled him into the break room, spilling everything. He listened, his expression growing darker by the second. That's messed up, Em. You've got to talk to HR. And say what? It's my word against his. Then document everything, every conversation, every email, and definitely talk to Sarah. I nodded, feeling a glimmer of hope. Thanks, James. I don't know what I'd do without you. Later that day, I caught up with Sarah in the cafeteria. Got a minute? I asked, my voice barely concealing the desperation I felt. She looked up, her expression softening. Of course, Amelia. What's wrong? I took a breath and spilled everything. Michael's ultimatum, the impossible choice he forced on me. Sarah's face grew serious as she listened. Amelia, this is a clear violation of company policy. We need to address this immediately. But what can we do? I asked, feeling helpless. It's just my word against his. Sarah leaned in, her voice low. Document everything. There might be more going on than you realize. I've been hearing things. About Michael. My curiosity sparked. What kind of things? She hesitated. I can't say much yet, but keep your eyes open. And be careful. That night, I stayed late, combing through old files. What I found made my blood boil. Project after project where my ideas were presented as Michael's and performance reports doctored to make me look incompetent. As I was leaving, I heard voices coming from the copy room. I froze. It was Jessica, our new intern, and she was crying. I can't take it anymore. The way he looks at me, the things he says. She sobbed. My heart dropped. Was she talking about Michael? The next day, I pulled Jessica aside. Hey, you okay? I couldn't help overhearing yesterday. She looked terrified. Please, don't say anything. I can't lose this internship. Jessica, if something's happening, you need to report it. She shook her head, eyes wide with fear. You don't understand. He said he'd ruin my career before it even started. My resolve hardened. This wasn't just about me anymore. It was about all of us. I decided then. I was going to my sister's wedding, consequences be damned. But I wasn't going down without a fight. I spent the next week preparing the most comprehensive pitch handover of my life, every detail and contingency planned. Then, I did something that terrified me. I went over Michael's head. Mr. Johnson, do you have a moment? I asked, catching the CEO just before a meeting. He looked surprised. Of course, Amelia. What can I do for you? I took a deep breath. Sir, I need to talk to you about the titanium ink pitch, and some concerns I have about the work environment. As I laid it all out, I saw storm clouds gathering in Mr. Johnson's eyes. By the time I left his office, I knew that things were about to change, for better or worse. I had lit the fuse. Now, all I could do was wait for the explosion. That Saturday, I stood in front of the mirror, adjusting my maid of honor dress, my stomach in knots. Today was Olivia's big day, but I couldn't shake the worry about work. You look gorgeous, Olivia beamed, appearing behind me. I forced a smile. Not as stunning as you, sis. You ready to do this? The ceremony was beautiful, and as I watched Olivia exchange vows, a wave of peace washed over me. I'd made the right choice by being here. During the reception, my phone buzzed. I snuck away to answer. Amelia, thank God, came James's panicked voice. Michael's a no-show. We're scrambling here. My heart raced. What? He didn't show up at all. No. The client's here, and we're flying blind. I took a deep breath. James, remember the handover I prepared? Everything you need is in there. You've got this. But Amelia? Listen to me. You know this pitch inside and out. I believe in you. After calming him down, I returned to the party, trying to push work from my mind. That's when I spotted a familiar face. Amelia Parker, is that you? I turned, and there he was, John, my old college buddy. John, what are you doing here? Friend of the groom, he said, grinning. What's new with you? Still at Dynamics? We chatted, catching up like no time had passed. Then John dropped a bombshell. You still working under Michael Reeves? Man, that guy's been making waves. I froze. What do you mean? John leaned in, lowering his voice. He's been interviewing at our firm. Rumor has it he's planning to jump ship and bring some big clients with him. My mind raced, but before I could fully process this, my phone buzzed with a text from Jessica. Amelia, I can't take it anymore. I have proof of what Michael's been doing. Can we talk? I excused myself and found a quiet corner to call her. Jessica. My voice was urgent. What's going on? Her voice trembled on the other end. I've been keeping records of everything, the harassment, the dodgy finances. I think he's been embezzling. My head spun. Jessica, this is huge. We need to take this to HR, to the CEO. I'm scared, Amelia, she whispered. What if? I spoke firmly. I'll protect you, Jessica. We'll do this together. Hanging up, I felt a mix of dread and determination. Michael's house of cards was about to come crashing down. I returned to the wedding, plastering on a smile. Olivia and I were dancing when she squeezed my hand, her eyes filled with concern. Everything okay, sis? I nodded, a surge of love for my twin filling my chest. Yeah, just some work stuff. But don't worry, I've got it handled. As the night wound down, I received one last message from James. We did it, Amelia. The client loved the pitch. You're a lifesaver. I smiled, the weight of uncertainty lifting off my shoulders. Tomorrow would bring its own battles, but tonight, I celebrated my sister's happiness and my own small victory. Monday morning, I walked into the office, my head high but my stomach in knots. I'd barely slept, bracing for the confrontation with Michael. But as I approached his office, I was met with a surprise. "Amelia, good morning. Can you join me in the conference room?" It was Mr. Johnson, our CEO. Confused, I followed him. "Of course, sir. Is everything all right?" He gestured for me to sit. "First, I want to commend you on the titanium ink pitch. The team did an excellent job, thanks largely to your preparation." I nodded, still wary. "Thank you, sir. But where's Michael?" Mr. Johnson's expression darkened. "That's what I wanted to discuss. Some concerning information has come to light. I understand you have something to add." This was my moment. I took a deep breath and laid it all out. The ultimatum, the stolen credit, John's revelation about Michael's jaw hunting, and finally, Jessica's evidence. Mr. Johnson listened intently, his expression growing graver by the minute. "Amelia, I want you to know we take these allegations very seriously. An internal investigation is already underway." "What happens now?" I asked. "For now, Michael has been suspended pending the investigation. As for you, Amelia, I'd like you to temporarily take over his responsibilities." My head spun. "Me? But sir." He held up a hand. "You've more than proven yourself, Amelia. The team respects you, and you've shown exceptional leadership." Michael and his toxic influence were gone, leaving room for a stronger, more ethical company and a version of myself I could be proud of. As Olivia would say, that's what I call a happy ending. The story's over, but I've got a question for you. If you were in my shoes, would you have risked your job to attend your twins' wedding, or would you have stayed to make the pitch? What would you have done differently? Let me know in the comments below.